Welcome back, folks. You are watching the 2013 All Phones State Championships, and it is the Open Ironman final. Tommy Atkinson from Newport alongside Chris Allen from Cronulla, one of the biggest names in the sport. Hayden Allen, not too bad either. Dane Farrell, look out for him from Allura. We have Troy Ham from Swansea Belmont, and Jack Moyes, one of the young guns of the sport from Terrigal as well. An absolute crack lineup in the Ironman final. Just what you'd imagine for what is really the Blue Riband event of the carnival.
Yeah, this is one of the most prestigious events on the whole calendar. And when you look at it, when you look at that start list, there's not too many guys I could probably say that will be a standout and will be able to get away with this. This will be probably a battle within 5 or 6 guys, I'd say.
You think it's going to be as close as the women's? And much like the women's, they didn't have Naomi Flood. There is no Nathan Smith, who for long dominated this particular event as well. So the door is open for another name to emerge in the world of state Ironman title winners. They are away. The first leg, the swim leg. It's about speed and power, a race to the cans. You do not want to be caught mid-pack in this one. Not when the best boys in the business are going head-to-head, especially with a state Open Ironman final on the line. So they are away for 2013. So, Wilco, as you mentioned, hard to have a definitive favourite, but from a handful of the pack, who should we be looking for?
You've probably got Hayden Allen is the current defending champion here. He will be up there the whole race. His brother Chris Allen has won this event before as well. You've got the likes of Jack Moyes, one of the young guns, as you mentioned, from Terrigal. He's been on fire all year, been racing really well. Then you've got Tom Atkinson, you've got Hayden White. Dane Farrell has won 4 gold medals at these championships. This is the final event of the day. Can he make it 5 from 5? You know, it's probably too early and too hard and too difficult to say. There's that much depth and that much talent in this field. It will be a close race.
We'll have a look at that already. A familiar cap has started to emerge from the pack. That looks like Chris Allen, quite a trademark swimming style. The long stride of Allen looks like he has got his nose in front, but he's got plenty of company.
Yeah, and Chris Allen, a noted swimmer, and quite good on the ski now. His weakness is the board. He needs to establish a good lead early. He needs to get out there in the swim and the ski, create a buffer so that if any waves come, no one's going to catch him on the board.
Have a look at this, folks. The washing machine of the first turn. Look at that. They are not messing about. There is an Open Ironman final on the line, and they're all trying to get the same space as they turn around the first buoy in the first leg, the swim leg of the Open Ironman final. You would not want to be at the bottom of that pack. They would just power and muscle their way over the top of you. That is Allen. He is out in front. He does have some company, though, hot on his heels. A number of familiar faces. You mentioned Hayden Allen. His brother, of course, is well in the mix. There's plenty there, though, up and around the front runners. Hayden White from Warilla Barrick Point, it looked like, as well, up there in the mix. But plenty putting the pressure on the elder statesman, if you like.
Yeah, Chris leading from the front here, and again, he needs to try and establish a lead. I said before in the girls' final, you need to keep something in the reserve. To an extent, almost to the reverse is true for Chris. He needs to get out. He needs to establish a good enough lead that no one can get him, because they will mow him down on the board. His swim and his ski legs are particularly strong. You've got the likes of Dane Farrell, who has just won the open board here. You've got the likes of Jack Moyes, one of the fastest board paddlers in the country. Those guys are the calibre of people who will be chasing him down in the final leg.
Well, a bit of a whisper along the beach ahead of the start on this one that Allen actually came into the final with something of a groin injury. It'll be interesting to see how he handles the run sections of the transition, if you like. So it could be pretty crucial there as well. But I know a lot of guys carry little niggles into big races like this. You just have to battle on, if you like, and really live up to the tag of Ironman.
Well, with the amount of training these guys do across 4 disciplines, across the swim, the board, the ski, the run, every single athlete in this final would be carrying some small injury. It's who deals with it the best, who can push through the pain and get the job done.
Well, haven't they spread out in terms of left to right on the screen? The field really aren't single file. They're anything but. They've spread out, all looking for a bit of advantage, a bit of run into the beach, all looking for this little run, if you like. And it doesn't matter for Allen, the veteran from Cronulla, the 2-time champion in this event, is now up and running. The field, though, hot on his heels. He has got a bit of a lead. Be interesting to see if he has got any dramas on the run leg. He has got a groin problem, but look at this. Warilla Barrick Point pushed up into second, and he's got plenty of company too, Grant.
Yeah, and these guys will utilise the run leg. They'll really try and work hard in the run to open up that gap even further. get a clean start here on the ski and hopefully get out without hitting any waves.
Well, it looks like Hayden White has really pushed up into second place as we head out on the second leg here, the ski leg. That lead has really been cut down. Hayden White sprinted around the cans and has jumped on the ski. Look, he's neck and neck already with Allen.
Yeah, those guys doing it well. Interesting, I just saw Hayden Allen at the back of the field there, got tied up with one of the other competitors' handlers. However, he is the current defending champion. He knows how to win this event, so he'll be able to come back from that.
Well, we've talked about mistakes. It'll be a wonder what that does mean to him in calculations when they get to the pointy end of this one. But Jack Moyes, you can see, the Terrigal cap has motored up there on the ski as well. He's now well and truly in the count. He's at the top of screen. He's on the inside of Chris Allen, if you like, and he's overtaking Allen. He is motoring the man from Terrigal.
And he's doing a great job here, really relaxed, smooth technique on the ski. And with the board leg to go, you'd have to say that Jack Moyes is in the box seat here. He'd have a stronger board leg, final leg than Chris Allen here, and he'd be very comfortable with the position he's in right now.
Yeah, he has come up on the inside, if you like, but Allen sitting in his wake. He's making the most of sitting in second place, probably getting a little bit of a free ride off this young man from Terrigal as they turn around. No mistakes. You can't afford any mistakes. There's the man from Marilla Barrick Point. Where is Hayden Allen, the defending champ? He's there. He's made up for that little mistake in transition, so he's got himself back in the mix, Wilco.
Yeah, good recovery there from Hayden. And again, it's all about not making mistakes. You see them on the run back in here. The skis will pick up. Looks like there's a small wave building right out the back. If any of these guys can get it and bring themselves right back up onto the leaders here, this will be a very, very interesting race coming on this final leg.
Oh, look at it up front. The master and the apprentice, if you like. Chris Allen, a two-time champion. Jack Moyes, the man that wants the crown. He's from Terrigal. He would have competed here many times, given it's a neighbouring club of his. He's in the blue cap, closest to camera. Chris Allen looks over his shoulder. He knows this isn't just a two-horse race. The field can't be too far behind. Good craft control there on a little bit of a runner. The two men can now glide in, but they will get only a little bit of a breather before they head towards the last transition.
And you see both competitors there just relaxing that little bit, trying to conserve as much energy as possible and refocus for this final board leg.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds of rest and now they're back on their feet and sprinting towards the board. You can see Jack Moyes, he's full of running. He wants to put a bit of a gap here on Allen, the veteran, the man that is so hard to beat when it comes to Ironman titles. Of course, he's won this event twice in the past. He'd dearly love to add to the count. Carrying a little bit of an injury, doesn't seem to be too badly affected. You can see he's got the board under his arm now, heading out. He is alongside Moyes, who's up first. He's on his knees. It's the young gun against the veteran, and they are still neck and neck here, Wilco.
Yeah, doing a good job here, and you can see them on left and right of screen. That's because their boards are laid in a numbered order from 1 to 16. That means that they can't actually get in tight on each other and wash right. They have to paddle in their own water for a little while, clear this break, and then they can go in, try and conserve some energy, wash right, and then hopefully run home on a wave.
Well, they're going to need to conserve some energy because have a look at some of the people that are trying to chase them down. Hayden White is there from Warilla. Alongside him, his clubmate, Ben Carberry, while Hayden Allen, the defending champion, is in the mix. And a guy that you're keen to see do well, there he was, just going past on camera from Allura, Dane Farrell. He is putting himself right in the mix as well.
Yeah, Dane Farrell won the open board race earlier on today. You cannot count him out. There he is. He's already moved up a few places now. He's got these guys well and truly in his sights.
So there's Jake Moyes. He's lying down. He doesn't want any mistakes this late in the final. He is leading. He's got a couple of craft lengths lead, you would say, over Chris Allen, two-time winner. But Moyes in the box seat. He don't want to get ahead of yourself, but he must be thinking about the finish line already, Wilco.
And we saw it in the last race with the women. You cannot make one single mistake. With the waves the way they are, they'll pop up. You'll get a whole field basically on it all day long. You see
Dane Farrell, it looked like, turning around in fourth place. You'd call him earlier. The board finalist has now snuck up into fourth place.
Yeah, he was right on the tail there of Hayden White from Warilla. And it looks like all these guys need is a bit of a sniff of a run or a wave, just a small little wave. And they're right back in the mix here.
Oh, we're in the closing stages of the big one. The Open Ironman final here for 2013. The All Phone State Championships. Jack Moyes from Terrigal, just ahead of Chris Allen. It looks like we have Hayden White from Arilla Barrick Point, and Dane Farrell. He's making ground.
And Dane Farrell just picking up a little run there, and it looks like a wave could be forming for this second pack here. They may actually catch Chris Allen and Jack Moyes.
Oh, get ready, folks. We're in for a grandstand finish in the big one, the Ironman final for 2013. Look at this. 4 of them on a wave. One has become 5 now in the race for the Open Ironman title. Jack Moyes, his lead is gone. This is fantastic stuff. What a finish.
And Dane Farrell got the inside run here. Jack Moyes next to him. This should be a race of 2.
Oh, you've called it. It's the man from Allura, Wilco. It is Dane Farrell. He's come from the clouds. He's up. He's racing. He is sprinting to the line. He's got the veteran, Chris Allen, the 2-time winner, on his heels. He can't do it. Allen, he drops off. It's Dane Farrell's day. Oh, he came from nowhere. He was nowhere before the board leg. He has flown home. 5 men on the last wave. Can you believe it? In the Ironman final, and Dane Farrell has got up and survived to win the day from Chris Allen. Jack Moyes, gosh, he was good. He was oh so good. He just couldn't match them when it counted, the boy from Terrigal. Hayden White, I fancy, from Warilla Barrick Point, snuck into 4th with Hayden Allen. There it is indeed. They are the results for 2013. Dane Farrell from Allura will take home gold from Allen and Jack Moyes. He was beaten last year, but he wouldn't be denied this time around. Dane Farrell from Allura.
Dane Farrell, our Open Ironman champion. A fantastic race for yourself.
Yeah, it was a tough race. Been a long day, a lot of events, so happy it's over now, but it was a tough race out there.
It's a tough start for you. You came out of the water around about 4th in the swim, but you always knew you were going to come home well in the board.
I won the board today, so I had confidence in my back end of my race, but the race plan was to come out in top 2 and swim, and it didn't really pan out the way my swimming hasn't been the best today, so hopefully, I was hoping my ski leg would be fine. It's a bit shabby, but the board leg came through in the end.
Tell us about that finish. I think there was 4 or 5 guys in that last wave. It was a sprint finish. Talk us through it.
Well, I feel bad for Jack. Jack deserved that race, to be honest. He was, a good 20 metres in front of us, and it was just one of those days where things happened to me last year at State. So it was good that I can get a wave when I want it, and it was a tough run up the beach, yeah, for sure. There's a lot of quick runners.
It's been a fantastic carnival for you all around. Congratulations on taking out the New South Wales Ironman champion.
Thanks so much for that.